Hey, you guys. Hello. Welcome to our Tuesday Rockstar training. I'm super glad that you are joining me. If you are, this is a brand new software that I'm using today. I actually found out about this thing called eCam last week, and so I'm plugging into that with their trial. And if this works out well today, then I'm kind of excited about buying it and actually using it going forward. It gives me a lot of really cool options, like this down below here, the banner with all my info. Just a couple quick things before we get started. First of all, if you're here, can you say hello in the comments? And I am, with eCam, you actually have to give Facebook permission to share your details so that I can see your comments in the app itself. So if you could do that, that's great. And I am also going to use my phone, actually, I think, to go online to see your comments there, too, just in case I can't see them here. Because, you know, when you're doing a new software, you just never know. And I want to be better safe than sorry is kind of how I'm looking at it. So let me pull this up really quickly. And there we go. Nope, that's not it. If you are here, yeah, oh, awesome, I see it. Yay, okay, cool. I'm excited. Okay, awesome. I can't see who you are, but if you go up in the top and click on the link in the description, that gives me permission, I can see your name, your actual name. But I'm super glad you're here and welcome. Secondly, if you are joining me, I would really appreciate it if there should be something that pops up kind of toward the bottom of the comments that says, would you like reminders when Julianne Jones goes live? I would love it if you clicked on yes so that I could get your reminders when I go live, so that you're here joining me whenever that's possible for you. And if you have friends that you'd like to share this with, there should also be a link that'll pop up in just a minute toward the bottom of the comments that says share this live with your friends. So if you know of any other entrepreneurs, people who you think would benefit from the message today, which is all about breaking through barriers to go ahead and create an online program, then you can share that with them and they can come join us as well. If you're watching the replay, either via Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, any place else where I am going to be sharing the replay, go ahead and comment wherever you are, and I will see those comments, and I'm happy to come and answer any questions that you might have as well. So just in case you don't know me, I know that we've added almost 100 members to the group in the last couple of weeks, which is super exciting. I am known as the virtual Rockstar. My name is Julianne Jones. I refer to myself as a badass, no BS business mentor. My superpower is working with coaches, therapists, and mentors, really anybody who has a process that they use to work with clients. And I help those people who tend to be overwhelmed and bottlenecked by one-on-one client work. I show them how to translate their process into an online program that allows them to free up their time by cloning themselves, putting their information into an online program, and scaling their income more quickly. So the topic of today's live is what's holding you back. And we're going to talk about blasting through objections so that you can create an online course. Now, I want to talk to begin with just a little bit about mindset here. And here's what I need you to know up front. You already have everything you need to make this program a reality, especially if you are already coaching or mentoring or consulting with clients. You have a process, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. You have a way to work with people one-on-one that I promise you can translate into an online program. Okay? Hi, Katrina. I'm so glad you're here. And so I just want you to kind of take that in for a second. You already have what you need. It's all inside you. It's just a matter of getting it out into a process and putting it into an online program, which is not that difficult. Okay? Now, the other thing I need you to know is it's never going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect when you start it. It's not going to be perfect a year from now. It's never going to be perfect or done. And you have to get okay with that. Okay? The biggest thing about doing anything online is it's never beautiful, perfect, spotless. There are always going to be issues or mistakes, or it's never going to be exactly the way you want it to be. And you have to get good with just being okay and putting it out there anyway. Knowing that it's not perfect and just putting it out there. And we're going to talk a bit about today about some of the things that might keep you from doing that. And I'm going to actually do a little change. There we go. There's the title. That's a little bit late, but I made some really cool graphics to kind of help, because I think visuals are a great way to help you learn as well. So those are the two big mindset things I need you to adapt. You already have everything you need inside you. It's just a matter of finding a process to get it out into an online program. And secondly, it's not going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. And by the way, nobody expects it to be perfect but you. So just know that you have to be okay with it being imperfect, and you got to put it out there anyhow. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if that resonates with you. So let's talk a little bit about these big unknowns that are holding you back from creating an online course. And I'm going to start, I'm going to put my glasses back on so I can see. I'm going to start with the first one, which is the fear of knowing how to actually break down your process. I don't know how to break down my process. How do I do that? And that is a big fear, for sure. And the thing that I want you to know is it's not that hard to overcome, okay? So yes, it's all inside you, and yes, the thought of actually getting it into an online program, taking all that information and organizing it might seem really, really challenging. So I'm going to give you one step that you can take toward doing that that'll make all the difference. This is the first step that I have all my clients take, and it might seem really obvious, but it's really not that it's not something that you might think about, but it will absolutely help you. So I want you to list everything that you do to help your clients. I want you to just sit down and brain dump every single thing that you do to get your clients results or to help your clients. Okay? And bonus points if you then list, these are the results that thing I do brings them. Okay, so for instance, one of the things that I'm really good at is helping my clients look at their process, the process that they use to get results for their clients, and then break that down into a very cohesive, easy to follow online program that they can send their clients to learn from. Okay, so that's what I provide for them, and that's the result they get. Okay, they have a program that they can send their clients to. So that's the first action step around this that's going to help you break through that fear. Because if you're telling yourself, gosh, I just have no idea how I would even begin to break down my process, that's a really good way for you to stay stuck. And if you sit down and brain dump everything that you do for your clients, it's almost like your process is all right there. Now, you still have to organize it and get it put together, but the truth is the first step there is to get it all out on paper so that you see exactly what you help your clients do. Okay, so that's number one. Is really getting clear about that process and what it is you help your clients do to begin with. The second thing that you might be thinking or that might be holding you back is that you have no idea how to make that online course interesting enough for people to want to consume. Okay? And I want to just caution you here about thinking that, again, this has to be, like the most amazing content that's ever been offered. Hello, hi. I'm not sure who's saying hello because I'm using a new software. I think it might be Sam because she said lovely. But if you go up in the comments and click on the little link there, it'll give Ecamm permission to share your info and your picture with me so I can see who that is. But hi, I'm glad you're joining me. Anyway, so that concept of, it has to be great. All the information has to be super slick and sexy and exciting. The truth really is, if you have a process that's getting people results now, and that includes, if you're a direct sales leader and you're teaching your team, if there's a process that you use, it's already interesting enough because the people that you're working with are getting results, okay? So don't feel like it has to be, amazing. And secondly, I'm going to tell you, shorter is better. That's the truth. And I used to think, gosh, if someone's going to pay me for my information, I need to come up with a 45-minute long to an hour long video that's going to train them in this program. My older programs, there's way too much information. And all the videos are far too long. And what I've learned in the interim as I've gone through this for the past 10 years, as I've been putting together online programs for the past 10 years, hard to believe, is that shorter is better. So my current program, the Virtual Rockstar program, they're like 5 or 8, 10 minutes at the most videos. And then I really call my clients forth and I allow them to take the step in that process and work through it themselves. There's a workbook and some other things for them to use. But don't feel like you have to create this amazing content that everyone, is gonna be disappointed if the content's not long enough or, you don't have the best graphics or, whatever. It doesn't have to look amazing. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you're recording a video like this, I'm sitting in a residence motel where I'm living temporarily right now with my significant other. The lighting's not perfect because it's really sunny today and there's too much light. And, I don't really care. It's okay. You're still going to learn from me, whether it's perfect or not. Okay? So awesome. The next thing that you might be asking yourself or worried about, or the next thing that's holding you back, is that whole online thing and the fear around that, right? So it can be really scary to think about everything you have to learn to have in place in order to get this program online. And I'm going to tell you, this is probably the biggest, drawback or holdback, the thing that holds people back more than anything else. Maybe they feel like, yeah, I could create that program. Maybe they feel like, yeah, I have enough to make it interesting. And, I'd like to do that so my clients can consume it. But just the sheer thought of getting that online and everything I'd have to learn and process to make that happen is too much for me. And I'm going to invite you to let go of that belief, okay? Because there are software programs and really simple plug-and-play programs that allow you to do that without a huge learning curve. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say it's totally easy. You can just, anybody can do it. Just here's the link and go find the software. And because that's really not true. No matter what you're using, even if it's something as complete as Camtasia, I use a software called 22 Social, which integrates with my Facebook page, which is really pretty plug and play and fairly simple. But the truth is, and I'm really internet savvy, even for me, like with this new software I'm using today, Ecamm, there's always a learning curve. And I spent about an hour yesterday looking at tutorials for this to make sure that I knew how to use it, at least on a rudimentary level. So no matter what you choose, there is going to be a learning curve. But I want you to know that probably what you've built it up as in your head is not nearly as bad or as much work or is a lot more work. It's not nearly as hard as that, as what you probably think it is. And that's really the truth. It's so easy for your gremlin, that little voice in your head that tells you lies about yourself and the world, to say, this is way too hard. You're never going to be able to figure it out. It's better if you just stay safe and don't do it. And I promise you, yeah, you'll be frustrated. Yeah, it's a learning curve. Yeah, you'll be tearing your hair out now and then. And the truth is, that's okay. We all do that. And once you get through it the first time, now you have a process, and it's much easier to do for the second module in your program or whatever else you're doing. So you're going to have to be willing to get uncomfortable a little bit, and that's okay. Did I have? Oh, actually, no, I don't have a solution bullet for this, because I want to offer you guys a tool that I use for this, or that I created for my clients and my community that I think will help you. I'll put the link above here when we're done. But it's basically a toolbox, a checklist with links and some descriptions of exactly what I've used for my own programs. And that'll at least give you a start, so at least you have some knowledge and you can go and start doing some research. Okay? So I'll put the link. You can download my tools checklist, and I think that that's going to help. I want you to really think about the fact that you just have to start. You have to make a commitment, decide you're going to do this, and you just have to start. And that's the bottom line. And it's going to be scary, and it's going to be challenging, and it's not going to be as hard as you probably think it is. Okay? And like I said in the beginning of this broadcast, the mindset around this is you have to be willing to get uncomfortable and know that you have everything you need inside you now. You absolutely do. You can't let the fear of the unknown, because you've never done it, paralyze you to the point that you never do it. Okay? The first course I created was really scary because I had no idea what I was doing. But here's what I realized. My audience didn't really know what they were doing either. And the truth is, they really needed what I had to offer, and they were really willing to come along with me on that journey. It's been kind of like that with the virtual Rockstar too, with this. This has been a whole new journey for me, a whole new audience, a whole new program. And we're in the beta. I'm doing the beta test group right now. There's 10 women who are going through the program, and they're supporting me and making it better and all that. And I'm learning a lot, and that's okay. It's always okay to learn. It's always okay to be imperfect, and nobody expects perfection but you. And I know it seems like I say that every single week on these lives, but that's probably because it's a really important message. Okay? So I'm going to just do this really quickly, put that back. So the thing that I want you to take away from this is that you have what you need. You can, the first step, remember, is to brain dump everything that you do for your clients, all the results that you bring for them, get that on a piece of paper so you kind of have an idea of what your process is going to be. Know that it's okay to keep those videos short and sweet and simple as you create your program. And then download my tools worksheet so that you have at least a place to start with that. Now, if you feel like you would really, you're going to do this, you're done making excuses, and you would like my support with that, I actually offer a program that it's called Map Out your online program in 30 minutes or less. Or 30, I don't think I added the less, but I have done it in less. So it's really 30 minutes. We get on the phone together and we will map out that course. So you'll walk away with, module 1, 2, 3, 4, this is what it's going to be, this is what's going to have in it. I'm really, really good at lasering in and helping you see exactly what goes where. And if you're interested in one of those appointments, you can apply for that. I'm going to put the link above or in the description in just a second. And I would love to support you one-on-one on a call. It's a no-pitch call. It's basically an assessment for you. And then, obviously, at the end of that, if you go, wow, this still feels overwhelming, then we can talk about if we would be a good fit to work together. But I promise you, if you decide you want to do one of these assessment appointments, it really is about just helping you get really clear about exactly how you would begin. So you walk away with a plan and a blueprint. Thanks for being here today. I can see, Katrina, that there's a couple other people, I think, on the broadcast, and because I'm using this new program, I can't necessarily see who it is. I see that you're there and I see what you've said, but I can't see who it is. So if you go up above into the comments, the description, there's a link there for you to click so Ecamm has permission for me to see who you are, and it'll pass that over for next time, okay? And again, do request reminders for when I go live so that you can join me here. I do this at least once a week on Tuesdays, and it's always super high value, some things for you to think about that'll get you moving forward. Okay, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And please do comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. If you're having any questions or I can support you at all, I'm here to do that. And I just hope you guys have a fabulous Tuesday. Make it a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.